exciting news. I'm very motivated. As you can tell, can't you?
Yes.
I'm just going to shut that up for a minute. For some of you people that are watching this, if you're going to keep watching, not watching, chuck it in the bin, do whatever you like. Part of the purpose of doing these videos is, obviously you can see I use a wheelchair. You've heard the mention of polio, you've heard the mention of cancer, you've heard the mention of constipation, you've heard the mention of a whole heap of things. So I've got a few things happening in my life at the moment. Hopefully there's some things every now and again that we can run across here that might help someone else that's perhaps in a similar situation. At this very moment I'm going to talk about constipation. That excites us all, doesn't it? All right, let's get excited.
Oh, Ash's got some...
Ash has got some anti-constipation.
Stool softener.
Stool softener. Oh, that might be handy.
So, lots of new products coming. You'll see lots of products go through.
But I've just been had the sit on the throne again. That hard seat I was talking about before, which is going to become a soft one. I've had my way. That's not the stool. That's the seat I'm talking about. I remember seeing a while ago. They reckon the most natural way for a person to pass a stool is to be in a crouching position. That's the most natural. Sitting on the toilet is not natural. Alright? That's just something man has invented because he doesn't like crouching. Okay? Now, if you go back to a lot of indigenous tribes, they dig a hole in the ground, they crouch over it and drop their stool straight into the hole. That is the most natural way, apparently, for the body to pass stools. Okay? Toilets are man-made because we're too lazy to crouch. The older we get, the harder it is to get up from the crouch. So we had to sort of come up with other ideas on how we can still pass stools, go to the toilet and whatever, and lead a comfortable life. What I just did in there then, I did it purely by accident. Because at the moment I'm unable to do a straight stand-up, just get up off the toilet, I'm using the wheelchair. I take the foot plates off, spin the chair around, transfer from the chair to the toilet and then back onto the chair. What I did was, I bring the chair in on an angle, I lift this leg up and put it up on the seat. And then I grab hold of the back of the chair and pull myself up onto the seat. What I noticed was, as soon as I put that leg up there was a reaction from the bowels. So then I went forward. Right? I haven't got rid of it all, but things are happening.
So
just an idea.
Would it help then if you're sitting on the toilet, have maybe a stool to lift your legs up a bit?
I think the problem is the toilet seat's too hard, is half the problem. See, by doing that, I actually had a lot of my weight on that leg. Because I didn't have just my foot up on the seat. I had because I bring the chair right up against the toilet and lifted my leg up. So it was actually up like that. So the pressure was right up along the whole back of my calf.
Okay.
With the seat nearly up behind my knee. But I just noticed when I lifted it and I went to pull myself forward, as I went forward to grab the back of the chair, I thought, oh, hang on. And so I sat there a little bit longer and I says to myself I says, woohoo, let's have a party. But nothing that's going to cause constipation. Anyway, just an idea. If anyone else out there might happen to be in the same position that is thinking, how do I do this? But you'll learn as we go along with these videos that I will do the best that I can to avoid medication. I'll do most anything to avoid medication. I resort to it on occasion, but well, you know because you know me. But a few people out there, and as time goes on, some of you are going to call me stupid when you find out what I'm up to and how I'm handling it, and that's okay. But
if they want to follow, they've got to subscribe.
That's right. All you got to do is subscribe if you want to complain about it. That's all you got to do. And if you like to comment on it, subscribe. And if you don't want to know nothing about it, subscribe anyway and have a look and see what silly things we may or may not do. Just subscribe. It's quite simple. See, I expect yes. That's why the name of the channel's called Expect Yes. Or what is the channel, is it?
Yeah, it's a
channel name.
Yeah, it's a channel name.
I'm learning. Because I fully believe that there's natural cures to most everything. My most natural cure is my faith in Jesus Christ. That is my most natural cure, and that's where I'll turn to first pretty much every time. But I still look for a lot of natural remedies. As I said, you'll find out as these videos go along. Anyway, that's enough of the factual part of this video. But for you people that are in wheelchairs in particular, because those of us that are in wheelchairs, and I've actually noticed a big change. I used to use scooters. I still have a scooter for outside, but I used to have a big scooter for outside and a smaller one for inside. And about 12 months ago, I moved from the small scooter because it broke down and bought this chair. Just picked it up second hand, $2 a job, and I noticed within a couple of months of sitting in the chair that I have less movement of my legs, much more restricted. At the same time, I started to notice that my bowel movements weren't what I would call normal. That emphasises the argument that to not have activity is going to encourage our body to have problems with constipation. Because the best way to keep rid of constipation is keep on the move, exercise, activity.
So I wonder if anyone else has gone through that. People have gone from scooters to wheelchair. How do they become constipated?
I don't know.
If they have, they should comment.
That's right. Yeah, if you've experienced the same thing, then yeah, put a comment on it, because we really would like this channel, these series of videos, which we're just going to muck around with, and hopefully get some information out there just to help people that might, or not even help, but just give ideas, something for you to think about. I'm not telling you what to do. That's not my job. But if we can share some things that I'm going through, or some people we know are going through, and that can help someone else, then this channel's worth the exercise. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. But if anyone else out there is having experiencing, maybe you've had stuck in a wheelchair, or not stuck, but using a wheelchair. And yeah, stuck in a wheelchair. I'm stuck in mine. It gives me the irrits. And I don't care if that's politically correct or not. I don't give a hoot, to be honest. I'm the bunny that's sitting in it. And I noticed all these politically correct people are usually walking. Well, good on you. I'm impressed. But no, look, if you know someone, or if you've had an experience yourself, put a comment in. You can answer it via text, or can I answer via video?
They can leave a video response, or they can just simply pop a question down below.
Okay, go for it. Don't expect me to answer all your questions, because that ain't going to happen.
and any info that we chase and grab or anything, in regards to web links and stuff like that, medications and products that we were using, we'll put all the info on where to find that info at the description bar below too. And
on the topic of...
at your tyres, the info will be at your tyres.
At your tyres, down near the tyres.
Yeah, down near the
So
tyres.
if I move it, I'll go round and round and round.
Yeah.
So get your round glasses on, no square ones, doesn't work.
Yeah.
There is a topic you can bring up. All I did was I went onto Google and I just typed magnesium and constipation. That's all I typed into Google, and came up with some pretty interesting information, because I already take magnesium for my cancer, and I wondered if the magnesium was helping cause the constipation. That's what I was concerned about. So Sid and I were talking about it a bit. This is Sid, by the way. I'm Brian, that's Sid. Don't get us mixed up, please, because I'm the good looking one. But anyway, moving along quickly. Google to me is a great friend. I don't use it anywhere near enough. But that's all I typed into that, but we'll probably on the end of this video, Sid's going to do most of the editing, I think, so he'll probably chuck up some links. But it was interesting what these two sites in particular, the first two sites I looked at, both very strong promoters of magnesium helping with constipation. And because I use the chair, I know that constipation, sitting in wheelchairs, is a problem. And I know a lot of other people that are experiencing the same thing. Anyway, as I said, enough of the factual stuff. That was 5 minutes ago.
Make sure it's still running.
Back to TV. Hello.
Yep. Good, we've got all that.
That's fine.
That's good.
Yeah, feels
Yeah, I just thought when I realised, I thought that needs to go on.
Yeah.
That's just a little thing.
Yeah, that's right, and that's what we want to get.
Yeah.